Seth Adams likes to say we're still living in an age of discovery. He works with scientists and keen-eyed amateurs who are still finding new species in the Mount Diablo area. Here's the story of a local carpenter's big find.
Between the Galindo Creek drainage and Mount Zion is a hill with a chaparral edge on it. And that's one of the 7 historic record sites for the Mount Diablo buckwheat, which was discovered by William Brewer during the Whitney Geologic Survey in 1862. The last person to see it was Save Mount Diablo's founder, Mary Bowerman, and then it wasn't seen again for 69 years. East Bay botanists would call it the holy grail of East Bay botany. And I took a guy named David Gowen up on that hill there between the Galindo Creek drainage and the quarry to look for Mount Diablo buckwheat, and we didn't find it. But on that trip, David looked across the Galindo Creek drainage to Lime Ridge here, and he thought, there's chaparral over there on Lime Ridge. It's about the same elevation. It's got similar exposures. Maybe the buckwheat's over there. And so he came over here to Lime Ridge looking for the Mount Diablo buckwheat, which he didn't find. But he did find another little plant he had never seen before, and he started trying to find out what it was and investigate what it was. And during this process, he found yet another plant which he had never seen. He didn't know anything about either one of them. Over about the next 5 years, he became one of the world's experts on Navarretias and Eriastrums, and it turned out that they were both brand new species discovered here in Lime Ridge Open Space, just 2 or 3 miles from downtown Walnut Creek.
Both of the plants Gowen found are in the phlox family. He worked with the world expert on Navarretias, Lee Johnson, at Brigham Young University, to determine that his first find was a distinctive species. He was honored and surprised when Johnson named the new plant after him, Navarretia goweni. I named the plant after David to recognize and honor his persistence, Johnson says. He's a great example for the students in my classes. Gowen can't yet bring himself to call the plant by its official name. He still calls it Lime Ridge Navarretia. But he's not shy about supporting protection of Lime Ridge. He says, if a housing development had destroyed this site, the plant might have vanished off the earth without anyone ever knowing. We still have a lot to learn here in our own backyard.